Working on the ISUZU again today. We're going to take the leaf springs off the back, we're going to refurb them, we're going to change all the bushes, and we're going to stick them back on there. Not for any particular reason, other than the fact they're only a little bit rusty. Let's go. I'll get the camera in here, just have a quick look at the springs to see the condition of them before I get them off the car. You can see they're quite rusty. They've been on the car since it was new. I don't think they've ever been off and cleaned or had anything sprayed on them to stop the rust. So there's a little scab of paint there that's just left, the last blob of factory paint. So you can see how rusty they are underneath. The whole thing's rusty under the back. I'm going to get the bed off eventually and give it a clean up under there. So get started by unbolting the shackle at the back end of the spring there. They're really quite tight, these, but easily doable with a ratchet. As you can see, the bolts that hold the clamps on are a little bit more difficult to undo than the other ones. I had to get the breaker bar out on these, and all of these bolts pretty much fought me the whole way off. I carried on struggling with the breaker bar for quite some time before I actually realised that taking the wheel off might make things a little bit easier for me. As I can actually get it in there, I've got the impact gun on this mounting bolt. It was a hell of a lot easier than some of the other ones. I couldn't get it on the clamp bolts because I couldn't get it underneath the car. Come on! That's it. That's free. Right, so the handbrake mount's just snapped off. Handbrake mount's just snapped off. Rear shackle nuts off now, and then get that levered out. The only thing is I found out that the exhaust is in the way, which was unexpected. I had to drop it down in order to get that shackle actually off the car. I could drop the exhaust down, or I could just undo the clamp brackets, drop the spring down and then pull it this way, which I think I'll do. As you can see, I've gone back to struggling with the clamp bolts. These things really are tight, and even though they've been soaked in WD-40, they're really a pain to get off, so much so I've had to go back to the breaker bar again. But that just takes forever because you've got to keep taking it off and repositioning it back on the nut. The nuts are really rusty, the socket doesn't fit them all that well. So I've decided to buy another tool, which you'll see in the video in a short while, which made the other side a bit easier to get off. I'm not going to struggle with these nuts on the other side of the car. I'm going to get on Amazon and see if I can buy something that actually helps me along a bit quicker, because I can't get the impact gun in there, so I'm going to have to get a bit creative. Yeah, that's off. Can we not argue? Can we not argue, please? Having struggled with the leaf spring clamps on the other side with a normal ratchet and a breaker bar, I've just bought this super duper long ratchet, which should help me get those bolts undone on this side a little bit easier than the ones that were on the other side where I was grunting and groaning and making a right old racket. Let's have a go at this side, see how we get on. Right, that's the spring U-clamps off. All that's left to do now is the shackle at that end, get that one off, and then the big bolt at the front and the handbrake cable, which I forgot last time, and that snapped off, so I'm going to have to refabricate this bracket somehow to hold the handbrake cable in place. Get that little 10mm off, and then the whole spring is out. Right, we've got the spring off and we've got it down the shed, and now I'm going to undo the bolt in the middle to try to get the spring apart to start in the first stage of the refurb process. Yeah, feels like it's going to snap. Feels like we're there. Oh. A little bit of tension on the spring there. Now I think we're ready to, yeah, just the bottom leaf. Put them in order around the right way so I know which way they go. I think I've got to try and replace these. These are wear pads. They certainly look like they passed their best. Okay, so these leaves are held together by that clamp. That's in not too bad a condition. Those clamps are riveted to the last leaf, so I think it's a case of just giving them a bit of a bend, really. Go on. Not working quite as well as I wanted it to. Get it up out of the way. That's just all lumps of rust falling out of there and dirt. Come apart now. I shouldn't need to mark these because I mean it's pretty obvious what way they go because they change size as they get bigger, don't they? As they go to the top. There's one. And that's the front because it's got the bigger bush in it. That's the bigger front bush, and then the back bush, which is quite deformed on these. These are only rubber. I've got some poly bushes to go in there. There's nylon wear pads there at either end of the spring, and you just push them out. So I'll do it on this one, it's a bit easier because it's quite worn. I'll say that. It's quite well in there. There you go, that's left of it. Right, okay. Now they come apart. That is really fooked. Oh, that was easy enough. Look at the shape of that. That's well toasted. I think this is the difficult one to get out. Right, I bought this bush puller set when I was working on the Range Rover. Hopefully this will assist us in getting these bushes out. So this one I'll do for the outside to pull this bush into, because it's bigger. It's bigger than the bush. Right, that's flummoxed me a bit. Yeah, it goes through there, onto there. I need to find a socket now. That's the same size as that bush. Right, so 30mm looks like it could do the job. Let's see. Moving the whole spring here. Oh, goodness me, that is so tight. Is that even moving that? Whoa! Yeah! That's how it, oh, hang on. I don't know. I think the socket's gone on a wonky one. That's all I need now, get the socket stuck in the spring. Is this doing the business? Could be. Maybe not. The socket's just going fully wonked.
One eternity later.
Time to give it a bit of a clean up with a grinder and wire wheel. So here's the spring in all its constituent parts. I've taken it all to pieces, cleaned it up with a wire wheel, and I'm now going to give it a coat of primer, and when that's dry, a coat of top coat paint. So that's the first coat of primer on. In the next video we will get the top coat on and build them back up, ready to go back on the truck. So if you want to see that, then hit the like and subscribe button and you get notified when the next part of the video comes out. Thank you for watching so far.